What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Ben, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. In the last episode, we got this smooth gem back for the Queen of the Zoras, and she was so grateful that she gave us the flippers we needed to get over here. Now, this place, well, it's the House of Gales. So in this episode, we are going to take on the second temple of the game, the House of Gales. Now, I will admit, the first three temples of this game are very linear and very easy. They're really not difficult at all, so for the most part, we're just gonna run through here. Like, I'm not gonna waste too much time explaining things, because, like, it is very, very basic Zelda mechanics, and anyone who is familiar with Zelda should be able to just, like, run into these temples blind and complete them no problem at all. Anyways, that switch brought down that wall, which will allow us to walk over there using our merge ability. That is one good thing about all these introductory temples, though, is that it gives you the opportunity to learn the merge ability. Like, it is a brand new ability. It's never been in a Zelda game before, so these first three temples gives you the opportunity to drill that into your mind that you have that ability, and you will need to use it to pretty much solve any puzzle in every temple. So just keep that in mind, and you should be good for the most part. Anyway, if I could kill off this last freaking bubble, there we go. And yeah, bubbles can still hurt you even after you extinguish their flame, which is kind of annoying, but I think they did that in A Link to the Past too, so I guess they're just playing off the old game. Anyways, we got ourselves a small key, so that's freaking awesome. However, before we progress any further, look on your map, you'll notice that there is a room in the way back of this temple. Now, this room is entirely optional, and that chest contains an item that isn't really that important, so feel free to skip this if you want to. However, I feel like I should just grab every chest because they're pretty easy to collect. But that does change in the later temples, and I'm not sure why. Like, they made it so the optional chests are some of the harder ones to collect, so I might not go after all of them in the later temples. Anyways, we got ourselves some monster guts. Like I said, nothing spectacular. However, if you do plan on brewing potions, I would recommend picking that up. Potion brewing is very expensive in this game, and if you want to brew some of the best potions, you're going to need to shell out quite a few monster guts, tails, and horns. But then again, you could easily complete this game without brewing a single potion, so it's really up to personal preference at that point. But in my personal experience, like on my personal playthrough, potions have come in handy, so I guess I would recommend at least making a few of them. But anyways, we got ourselves the compass. Now, I can't help but feel that the compass is a little less useful in this game, just due to the fact that they give you the map like straight out. And hang on real quick, I'm gonna duck into this alcove because I need to wait for my energy meter to fill back up. If you're merged onto a wall and your energy meter runs out, well, you pop off the wall. And if you pop off the wall over a pit, well, you take damage. So yeah, you do have to like manage your energy to some degree in this game. Now, hang on real quick while I actually equip my bow, because these stupid jellyfish enemies are just really dang annoying, and the bow kills them in one hit regardless of if they have that like electric shield or not. Now, this button will actually create a little shortcut that we can use with our tornado rod. However, we're not going to use it just yet. Instead, what do you say we activate this switch? Now, this will actually create the elevator that we need to use to get to the second floor, but we're not going up there just yet. There's a few more things that we need to do here on floor number 1. There's actually like 2 more hidden chests that we can get in. That's a wall, so I'm not going to be able to walk through that. Now that we're down here, let's just light these 2 torches and see what's inside this chest. I don't actually remember what's inside here. It's 20 rupees. Alright, not bad at all. Now, we just need to get back up there, and the fastest way to do that is to come back into this room and just make use of the shortcut that we created. See? I told you guys it'd come in handy. But anyways, you know, I kind of do want to apologize, though, if it seems like I'm rushing through this temple. I'm really not. Like, I'm just playing it normally. I mean, I know what to do because I've already played this temple, and I've practiced it, but, like, I'm not really trying to, like, go fast or, you know, make any world records here. This temple, to me, at least, is just really, really short. If that is a problem, the later temples, they're actually a lot harder than this, so just keep that in mind, and if you can make it to the later temples, I promise I won't be rushing through them. Anyways, we got ourselves a silver rupee, definitely worth coming all the way back here for, And now that we've actually explored every single area on this floor and gotten all the chests, all we have left to do is jump into that giant fan and go to floor number 2. And this, my friends, is where things get tricky. Like, floor number 2 is easily the most confusing floor in this temple. It's also the biggest floor, so we're going to be here for a while. Right over here, you're going to want to use your tornado rod to jump over that spike trap. Keep that in mind because they do use that in later temples. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, Rock's Feather and some of the other 2D Zelda games. Although I think Rock's Feather was a little bit cooler just because you could, like, control the way you were moving with it. But whatever, at least the tornado rod does allow you to, I don't know, reach higher platforms. Now you're probably wondering how you can get that key, because obviously you can't just tornado rod up to it. Instead, what you want to do is come into this room. We have a few enemies that we are going to need to defeat, but eventually, we can just pop out this doorway and check it out. Well, now we can just easily grab this key. Yeah, it was pretty simple. I kind of made it out to be a lot harder than it actually was, but yeah, whatever. We're going to use this key to go outside the temple and check it out. It looks a lot higher than, like, where we actually were. Like, this makes it look like we're really high in the sky, but I don't know, the House of Gales didn't seem that big to me. Oh yeah, by the way, don't pull any other levers except for the one all the way on the right. If you pull the other ones, it'll cause enemies to spawn. Anyways, we got ourselves the big key, so we could go and take on the boss now, except we're nowhere near the boss door. We don't even know where that is yet. And we still have a few more things that we need to do. The first of which is going back outside. I'm dumb. I just realized I could have easily walked through the door on the bottom and not wasted time going through the top. But yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Same thing as the right side. Only pull the lever all the way to the left. The other levers will cause enemies to appear. And now, if we use our tornado rod, check it out. We can actually jump up to this platform. That's actually one of my favorite features of the tornado rod, is that you can do that, because they do make use of that a lot in this game, and it's just done so well to solve puzzles. Anyways, there's a small key. You're alluded to that key's location by the compass if you collected it. I bet you're wondering how you get it though. Well, you can use the tornado rod to put out fire. So there we go. Now we got ourselves a small key, and guess what we're gonna do with it? We're gonna open up that locked door and see what's on the other side. Ooh, what do we have here? So these are some new enemies. They're actually really cool. Obviously, you use the tornado rod to extinguish them, and then just go at them with your sword. The only thing that's really annoying about these guys is that, once you hit them, they knock you back, so you can't just, like, spam attack them. Also, you don't want to step in that flame trail that they leave behind, because that will hurt you as well. And can you just die, please? Thank you. There you go. Alright, so now those guys are gone. Guess what? This is actually our halfway point room, because there's a portal that'll take us back to the beginning of the temple. Alright, so I think in this room, yeah, there's a fan puzzle. This is kind of tricky, but if you just step on the leftmost switch, then the upper switch, and the upper switch again, you can pretty much solve it without a problem. Just trust me and do that. If you hit any of the other switches, chances are the fan will throw you into a pit, and obviously you don't want that to happen. And that's like the quickest way to solve that puzzle anyways. So, let's hit this switch, and that'll actually turn off those two fans. Now, believe it or not, that was actually our entire goal for this second floor. I know I didn't mention it, but that's pretty much what you wanted to do. That way, you can access this part of this room. And that's important because if we hit this switch, freaking bat, you need to die, man. I swear. Anyways, hit that switch, they'll activate the fan, and that'll take us to the third floor. But like this temple, between the bats and the rats, like, it has some really annoying enemies, and I did not want to activate that button yet. Crap. Well, now I'm gonna have to wait for that freaking thing to come all the way back around to get on it again, so that is just fun. Actually, you might be able to merge onto the wall here and just walk to the other side, but I'll just take the platform because I'm not entirely sure. There might be something blocking your path. Ah, yeah, see, there's that lamp there. That would actually stop you, so that'd be bad. So make sure you take the platform. Anyways, let's just head up to floor number 3. And this is the last floor of the temple, as well as the smallest floor of the temple. So we should have no problem getting through here and eventually getting to the boss. Now obviously the wind in this room prevents you from accessing the upper staircase, but we can merge onto the wall and sneak past the wind to access the lower staircase. Now I wonder what happens if I shoot this guy with an arrow. Oh wow, he dies in one hit with an arrow. That's pretty good to know actually. Alright, so let's light these 2 torches because, you know, that's an obvious puzzle. And it unlocks the door to our left. I wonder what's over there. Well, guess what? It's a trap! And by that I mean all we have to do is fight a bunch of fire bubbles, which is really easy. The quickest way to defeat them all is to just run into the corner and then use your tornado rod. And hopefully, when they like bounce around, they bounce themselves into the pits and just like kill themselves immediately. Yeah, they're not the smartest enemies in this game, that's for sure. Alright, so let's see. I think this might be the last guy. Come on, we just like jumped. There you go. Thank you very much. Is that it? I think so. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. And there's a chest, which we can't actually get right now. We'll have to loop back around to get that. Our main goal basically is to loop around to the main room of the 3rd floor and get to that upper staircase because, well, guess what? There's a chest on top of it. And inside that chest is something that we need to get to the boss door. It's a small key. We already got the boss key, but we need a small key because there's a locked door guarding the boss door. Kind of redundant, but then again, I guess it's better security for the boss. Before we go and take on the boss, though, let's grab that chest, and it's just 50 rupees, which actually isn't that bad. Alright, so now everything else in this temple is done. All we have to do is take on the boss. There's one cool little puzzle left, though, and that's like these 2 platforms. If you use the tornado rod, check it out. You can jump from one platform to the next one. It's kind of cool. Anyways, without further ado, it's time, guys. It's time to take on the boss of the House of Gales. This boss, however, is kind of a joke, guys. It's actually really, really easy. So, first things first, use the tornado rod to jump on top of it, and then just slash at its eye with your sword. That's phase 1. This is a 3-phase boss. Yeah, you can kind of see where this is going. Now, obviously, his second phase is going to take a little bit longer. He sort of adds, like, layers to his tower, I guess. Now you'll notice, even though this boss is hitting me, I'm not taking damage. This boss can't actually hurt you unless it knocks you off this center platform. So the best strategy is to sort of like line yourself up in the middle. Anyways, let's use the tornado rod again and slash at him. There we go. Phase 2 is done. And he's going to add even more layers for phase 3. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Just trying to get like bumped off the stage. Phase 3, it's a little bit harder since he moves a lot quicker, and if you stand in the wrong spot, he can actually get you in, like, a sort of pattern where he can just hit you, like, multiple times, and there's really nothing you can do to recover from it, so just watch out for that. Oh, see, yeah, there. That's exactly what I was talking about. When that happens, you're pretty much screwed no matter what. He's just going to push you right off the edge. Oh, and you can also shoot your arrows to destroy his layers as well, although that does require you to be pretty quick on the draw, so I do kind of prefer to use the sword. But then again, I think the arrows might do more damage to this guy, because it seems like if you shoot like 2 or 3 arrows, it kills his layer, whereas it takes a lot more sword swings, so I don't know. And there we go. Alright, all we gotta do is jump on top of this guy and slash our sword, and there we go. He is dead. Like I said, that boss is kind of a joke, but it is kind of fun. I do like the concept of that boss. If it was a little bit harder, then I could see it being a real challenge. But with that, we got ourselves another heart container. This is going to be our 5th one. Not only that, though, we also get the Pendant of Wisdom, I believe. So let's just pick this up. You got the Pendant of Wisdom. Keep your mind sharp. And that will complete the House of Gales. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.